You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Today marks 24 years since the 9/11 attacks. Names of the nearly 3,000 people killed were read at the World Trade Center. The FDNY has added nearly 40 more names of victims who have died of 9/11 related illnesses. 497 Long Islanders were killed that day. Multiple memorial services were held across the island. Crowds gathered at Point Lookout Beach for a sunrise service. And in just a moment, we'll hear from one Long Islander who lost her father in the attacks and her wedding day tribute. The FBI has released photos of a possible suspect in Charlie Kirk's murder. The photos show a person in a hat, sunglasses, and long-sleeve shirt. The FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. A memorial was set up outside of Turning Point headquarters where Kirk was the CEO. The conservative activist was shot and killed while speaking to a crowd at Utah Valley University Wednesday afternoon. Investigators say they found a handprint, shoe print, and a rifle near the scene. And officials evacuated a school board meeting Wednesday night after getting calls apparently threatening gun violence. It happened in the Locust Valley School District. Cops say the threats were not credible. Police also say the caller was a 72-year-old man who was intoxicated and thought he was returning calls to people who had been pranking him. And the Brentwood man accused of stabbing his mother to death was arraigned today. Jason Kuromaglu pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. Newsday reporter Michael O'Keefe has more details from court.
Prosecutors said that Mr. Kuromaglu, when the police arrived at the home after receiving a 911 call about an incident at the home, he was very calm. He walked around his mother's body, which was laying on the floor in the kitchen, face down, with a knife in her back. They said he walked around it like he was walking through the park.
The 30-year-old faces 25 years to life in prison if convicted. He is due back in court next week. And the LIRR is laying out its contingency plan for a potential strike next week. The agency will have buses taking people to subways in Queens. Now, buses will be based at the Belmore, Ronkonkoma, and Hicksville stations. The strike can happen as early as September 18th. The railroad officials say they're hoping most commuters can work from home if there is a strike. The daughter of a fallen 9/11 firefighter recently got married, and the FDNY paid a touching tribute to her father. Virginia Huey has the story.
Kristen Schnecke's fairy tale wedding on August 27th was made even more special by a heartfelt show of support from New York City's bravest.
When I walked out of the plaza, there was not just one fire truck, but there was two, and all the guys lined up, current and retired. That was just an incredible moment that I'll never forget. It was just so special. It
was special because Rescue Company 1 showed up to stand in for Kristen's father, fallen 9/11 FDNY firefighter Kenneth Marino of Oceanside.
I lost my dad on September 11th. I was 3.5 years old. He was a firefighter for Rescue 1, and he responded that day and never came home. I know he loved me. I was such a big daddy's girl.
9 firefighters in uniform and tuxedos showed up for the daughter of their fallen brother to escort her to the wedding venue at Rockefeller Center's Loft and Garden. Kristen was moved to tears.
I had just gotten my makeup done. My makeup was wiped away. I was bawling my eyes out. I really tried to keep it together, and I just couldn't. I would stop crying, and then I would look at my mom, who was crying, and my brother, who never cries, was crying. So I was just a mess, but I just knew my dad was there, so I didn't care. It was just such a special moment.
It's just the coolest thing ever to see her father honored in that way, and just get to see her down there and to see her walking in her testimony and her story. She was a princess.
At the ceremony, Marino's uniform jacket was draped on a chair next to Kristen's mother. Kristen's grandfather walked her down the aisle. The Marino family is grateful to the FDNY for showing they never forgot.
My mom looked at me and he said, "This is exactly how Dad would have wanted it. Like all the guys just there." She was like, he's just smiling down.
Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
It's a great story. Now, experts say some Long Islanders are flocking to local car dealerships to buy electric vehicles before the month ends. Newsday's energy reporter Mark Harrington explains why.
In 2 weeks, by the end of this month, a really popular and very, for some people, very lucrative federal tax credit is disappearing. The Trump administration, their proposal, the Big Beautiful Bill, eliminated the $7,500 tax credit for EVs of a certain cost. The analysts who follow this industry are expecting a pretty sharp drop-off in sales of electric vehicles in the final quarter of this year as a result of that.
Make it a work-from-home getaway day. I'm Elisa DiStefano reporting to my office for the day. At Seacliff Daily Grind, all you have to bring is your work.
Especially on Mondays and Fridays, those are basically the work-from-home days. So a lot of people use that opportunity to get out of the house. They come in here, they bring their laptop. There's people that literally sit here all day long.
The quaint coffee shop provides the free Wi-Fi, and you can order breakfast and lunch.
We're a food-driven coffee house, so we fresh grind the fresh coffee on a daily basis. We make our own vanilla syrup with fresh vanilla beans. As much organic as I can get my hands on. We have a whole bunch of sandwiches.
You can get fed. You can have a great meal, great cup of coffee, cappuccino, espresso, whatever. And you can have company. It's a very friendly place.
Set up shop at a table close to the counter. Or you can cozy up in the courtyard and keep yourself caffeinated.
It's very quiet. You can sit down at a table, get your coffee, get something to eat, and just relax with no interference. It's so quiet and peaceful here.
And make it a picture-perfect work-from-home day here at the Nassau Museum of Art. Spark your creativity working on the Roslyn grounds. There are laptop-friendly tables on the patio, and there are plenty of shady spots out on the lawn.
And it's also just very quiet. You're out in nature, breathing in the fresh air, and if you want to take a walk and take a little break, we have over 40 outdoor sculptures on our grounds to look at, and also step inside the buildings and take a look at the art that's on view.
Work waterside at the Sunset Club at Tappan Beach.
People come here during the day, as we see, it's open space, sit here for minutes, hours, all day. They come in, they're like, why did I not know this sooner? Or why am I not doing this sooner? So they do love it. Especially all these people that are still remote. It's a different vibe. You feel like you're on vacation every day.
Make this your desk for the day and work with your toes in the sand. Now this is an office with a view. They have free Wi-Fi and a menu full of fresh seafood. And every table has a QR code, so you don't even have to interrupt a call to order. And it's the perfect place to be once you clock out for the day. Thank you. Out of the office.
He just loves the game, and it's just so evident in his gameplay on the field.
Senior Braden O'Boyle has been the driving force of the Comac soccer team for years. Anchored in the midfield, he controls the flow of the game, creating opportunities and making plays that put his teammates in position to score.
It's just controlling the whole game, like you're a part of every aspect of the game, being able to play in tight spaces, and then around the attacking third, finding either the extra pass or finding the goal when I need to, just help with anything to help the team to score.
His vision on the field and his ability to control the game, I would say, is his, fantastic attributes, But if I had to pick one thing, it probably makes his teammates better.
O'Boyle puts his team first, always looking for the extra pass. Last season, he finished with 19 assists.
He spreads the wealth. He just always makes the right soccer plays.
Most players dream of earning a varsity spot as an upperclassman. But for Boyle, well, he made it on the roster as an 8th grader and hasn't left the starting lineup since.
He's actually the first 8th grader to ever play and start a varsity game in the history of Comac.
The word I use is like honor. It's like an honor to play for Comac and be the first 5-year starter.
5 years into his career, O'Boyle is chasing one thing he hasn't won, a championship. And after falling in the semifinals the past 3 seasons, he's ready to give it everything.
Now it's kind of just like give everything we have. We deserve one. We have a special bond between all of us, and plus all the younger kids giving their best efforts, and I feel like this year is going to be a very good year for us.
Beyond his skill and leadership on the field, O'Boyle's impact is felt in the locker room and on the sidelines.
There's no one I'd rather finish the rest of my senior season out with. I've been playing with them since I was probably 6 years old.
Even in college, when we go our separate ways, we're still going to have these friendships, be brothers for the rest of our lives.
For a coach, we obviously don't want to see them go, but I love to see them go and do the things that they want to do at the next level.
For Braden O'Boyle, it's been 5 years of leading, inspiring, and leaving a mark on the field, on his teammates, and on Comac soccer. Jolie Katzen, Newsday TV.
All right, let's take a quick look at tomorrow's weather, shall we? It's a gorgeous day today if you were able to get outside, and tomorrow we have more of the same. Temps will be in the 70s with partly cloudy skies.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Now, for more on the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. I'm Ken Buffa. More news coming up.